Here it comes. 4267 Masterson, I can see the angels of God all around your house.
This pastor had the power to know the exact name and address of people and heal them. But his trick would be revealed by this man. What was the truth behind his false miracles? Peter Popoff is a self-proclaimed German prophet who, along with his family, emigrated to the United States. In 1960, at just 11 years old, Peter began to be known as the Miracle Boy, as with a simple prayer people were healed of their illnesses. However, years later, he would become the laughingstock of the world. His feats were so incredible that they began to be televised, but this would be what finally buried him. Popoff began to make a lot of money from donations.
Do you support Peter's ministry financially?
Every dime I can, yeah.
But he never thought that this man would make his life impossible. James Randi was a very recognized illusionist in the United States. At 55, he decided to focus on debunking charlatans. Then, he heard the story of a certain Peter Popoff. Randi operated under an important premise. For him, it was very important that magic and tricks were used only for entertainment. That's why when he saw on television that Popoff received information from God, he decided to put him to the test.
Rosa, you've been taking a lot of medication.
This is how James sent a man to one of the meetings of this pastor. The idea was for Popoff not to suspect him. At one point, the infiltrator would approach the stage and see something that would forever bury Popoff's credibility. What was the truth behind the miracle? Finally, the news reaches Randi.
He said he's wearing a hearing aid in his left ear.
At that very moment, James decides to carry out a plan to debunk this Peter. They hired a private detective who would pretend to be a security guard at the theater. He carried a scanner that would allow him to detect any radio frequency that was in the place. And suddenly...
Hello, Petey. Can you hear me?
That's right. Peter's wife played the role of God, giving all the information to her husband.
Jody Dean.
Is it Jody? Jody? Dean? Jody Dean?
How did she know all this? Upon entering the church, people filled out a form and wrote their needs. This is how this pastor would be exposed by James Randi online.